Well guys, it's getting down below 40 at night on a regular basis. So earlier this week I went ahead and brought in the cacti and succulent collection, and now they're all tucked into this south facing window. It's my brightest window, and they're all lined up on the ledge and on a table, and I think they look so cute there. They look very happy. I don't think they were very happy in the hot polytunnel this summer. So I'm seeing some, I'm even seeing new growth. I think it was so hot for them to grow. And actually, this is making a new baby here, this one. So I'm going to bring you inside and show you how they look. I just thought they looked so cute from the outside, all lined up in the window. I wanted to show you how cute that looked. And here is the inside view. This back room in my basement becomes completely taken over by all the plants that have to come in. And I even brought in a pot of geraniums to hang there. This is my Tradescantia, and I take so many cuttings of that and put it around the yard. But when I brought it in, it started to bloom. Look at these beautiful blooms. I hope you can see it. And it's just a lovely little violet color. But this will actually all die back and look horrible. And then when I put it out, and I'll cut it back, and when I put it out next spring, it will flush back out in a wonderful lush manner. But right now it's still looking pretty good. And then let me show you what I have down over here. I just have this shelf set up, and they don't get a lot of light on the table, but they're going into their dormancy. And actually that might even be a little bit preferable, because you don't want them to grow over the winter. They would be leggy. So the ones in the window will be receiving quite a bit of light, and we'll see how they do. But look at their silhouettes. Don't they look wonderful? And they seem very happy. I almost can't get back there. There's so many plants in my way, but look how wonderful they look all lined up. But like I said, I'm not too worried about the ones that don't have as much light, because they're not going to be watered until next spring. This looks fantastic. This is my aloe and haworthia dish garden. I had done some, given it new soil in the spring, and all of the plants in that arrangement really plumped out. And my pencil cactus back there is looking huge and crazy. And that's the one, that's the euphorbia. It's a euphorbia that's very dangerous. If you break it, the sap can blind you. And I've had it upstairs before, but now I have a little grand cat that sometimes comes to visit when my daughter comes to town. So I really don't like to have that one out and about. But it did really well this summer. For me, it's a really easy plant. But down here I have some more aloes. And I have a whole tray of aloes in the back there. Different types. They're just in small pots. And I'm sorry guys, this is very cramped quarters, and the purpose of this video is just to let you know I did bring my cacti and succulent collection inside, where they'll be safe for the winter, away from my freezing temperatures. I live in Maryland, so we do get winters here, and they're not suitable for cacti and succulents to stay outside. My adeniums look terrible all year, and I think I didn't water them enough in the hot polytunnel. So I basically put them all together in one pot as a space saver, and I kind of like that idea. But I have all of these down here, and I repotted these. These were falling over in a small pot, and I repotted them in dry soil. This probably isn't the most ideal time of year to be repotting, but I realized they were looking terribly neglected. So I repotted them, but I didn't water them because I had already weaned them off of some water, but they seem, after a week, to have really taken the transplant okay. And I did also up-pot this one because it was top-heavy, but look how much it grew this summer. See all that blue at the top? That is the new growth. So that was exciting. And back here as well, you can see where it's also grown. The new growth is the bluest. Those are some of my favorite plants. Those are Pilocereus azurus. Azurus meaning blue. Aren't they beautiful, guys? So these are the survivors. These are the toughest cacti in my collection. I don't baby them. I don't try to keep something alive that's not doing well for me. I used to try to keep everything alive, keep all the plants, even that look terrible, and I've really changed my policy just because I don't have the space for it. And I would rather focus on the plants that I can actually grow with my own talents and my atmosphere, my environment, and my climate. So if it does well, it's going to be a plant that I keep. But I actually haven't gotten any to replace anything that's died, just because I'm trying to get my collection to a manageable size. And like I said, just grow the things that do well for me. This is the atrocious aloe repot that I did a couple years ago. And I think it's looking much better, much healthier in its pot. And I have this big golden barrel cactus here. And these are some house plants that I had to move down here when our grand kitty was visiting. A lot of these are cuttings. So I have a mix of house plants and cacti and succulents in here, and my plant room is looking sufficiently full and crowded and a little disorganized, but the point is everything is safe and sound inside for the winter. So there we go, guys, a full plant room, and I hope you're able to get all of your plants organized for the winter and bring them in. And hopefully all of these wonderful plants will make it through to next spring. A lot of these plants I've had for probably upwards of 3 years. Considering I really haven't gotten any new plants in the last year. All of them are at least 2 years old. This one's probably looking the poorest. It does have some, I don't know if this is bug damage or it was just too hot in the polytunnel, but the newest growth up here looks good. So I'm wondering if next spring maybe I propagate those top 3 segments. So that could be a future project, but otherwise it's looking kind of scrawny and underfed, so that might be one that gets some TLC in the spring. My small burrowtail sedum was repotted in this not very pretty container, but it really spread out and did quite well this summer. Of course, once I brought it in, a lot of leaves fell off, so you'll notice a lot of naked branches. Anytime you pick up a burrowtail sedum, you're going to lose 1,000 leaves. But it did probably triple in size this year. So that was, I would say, a success for me. Guys, that is how the plant room is looking. Very full, little bit disorganized, but everything is in safe and sound. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.